ItsOcean.
Tally-ho, ItsOcean back again with more Month in Entertainment, the show where I go over the video games, the TV shows and the movies that I've been watching over a given month. This episode is going to be something a little bit different, as we take a trip over to Weebland to talk about some anime, man. Not that one, just roll the intro. So recently I've been wanting to watch a bit more anime, and it's made me reflect back on some of the anime movies and TV shows that I have seen in the past. Sorry video games, but you will not be a part of this episode. Just quickly want to say that this video will have absolutely no spoilers for any of the things that I talk about. Apart from that one, I have to have one obligatory spoiler in there somewhere. That was a dumb fucking joke, oh my god. But anyway, there is a lot to talk about, so let's just get into it. What can I say about your name that hasn't been said already? Nothing. Absolutely nothing at all, but I'm still going to talk about it, so deal with it. This movie became a hit during its time in theatres, breaking records and dethroning the also fantastic Spirited Away as #1 around the world. Your Name is a movie about a boy and a girl. Both live completely different lives. The boy Taki lives in the city, with a hectic life surrounding him. The girl Mitsuha, however, lives in the middle of the countryside in a small town where everybody knows each other. Both of them really want to change and thus they are forced into each other's bodies when they sleep. Actually, that sounded kinda bad. What I meant to say is Freaky Friday. The two swap bodies overnight at random, causing chaos in each other's lives. But eventually the pair get to know each other through notes and text messages and help each other out until the swapping stops. They lose connection to each other and thus they plan to meet up with each other in person. Only there's much more going on with this story, which I can't say any more about, otherwise that would be spoiling the fun. This movie has very quickly become one of my favourite movies of all time, with its fun and sometimes high-stakes story, absolutely great soundtrack, and incredibly beautiful animation. I mean, just look at this! Your Name genuinely fills me with incredibly strong emotions. It is amazing, and I cannot recommend it enough. If you haven't checked out this movie, please do. Hell, you can even let me know what you think about it in the comments section when you are done. Weathering with You comes after Your Name because of course it fucking does, it's made by the same people. The story follows a boy and a girl. What a novel concept, right? Our boy, Hodaka, runs away from home and travels to Tokyo. He ends up in Kabukicho, which made me fangirl like a motherfucker because I am obsessed with the Yakuza games. They take place in the same location, oh my fucking god, yes! Sorry about that. Anyway, Hodaka runs away to start a new life in the city, and as you can expect from a teenager running away to live in a city, it all goes horribly wrong. Eventually he meets our leading girl Hina, and the two starts to form a friendship. But Hina hides a secret. For she is a sunshine girl. She can summon the sunshine anytime that she wants in whatever location she is in. So the two decide to start the Sunshine Club business because she also ran away from home and the two need money to get by. The only problem is, being a sunshine girl comes with some problems, and the two are going to have a very difficult road ahead of them. One thing that I really love about this movie is how it makes rain look beautiful. So for a little bit of context, I really hate the rain. I hate the cold, I hate the wet, I hate it so much. Sure, it can look kind of pretty when I'm not in that shit, but I just don't like it. But Weathering With You makes rain look incredibly pretty and gives off such a strong atmosphere. It is fantastic. Just like your name, Weathering With You is fantastic. It's got a fun and high-stakes story, a fantastic soundtrack, and beautiful animations. Here is yet another montage for you to marvel at. 'Weathering With You' is another great experience which you will enjoy if you like Your Name. The two are very similar, and thus if you like one, you will like the other. So if you like the sound of either of these movies, I highly recommend checking them out. And just to point out as well, I'm such a fan of these movies, I actually have a Weathering With You t-shirt. I don't have any Your Name merch yet, but I have this. I also got this Your Name sticker for Christmas as well, as a bit of a gift from one of my sisters. And just for the fun of it, I also got a Porter Robinson sticker and the Best Boys Kiryu and Majima from Yakuza 0 doing the karaoke thing, so that's pretty cool. Asylums Voice is one of the most thought-provoking and beautiful experiences that I have had in a long time. The story follows a boy and a girl. Wow, that's such a unique thing for an anime to do, right? The boy, Shoya, is an energetic kid with a group of friends around him. He's playful and kind of a class clown. But one day, a new girl joins the class, Shoko. It is revealed that Shoko is deaf, and the class just doesn't know how to respond to this. This school is not equipped for this. She's having a really rough time adjusting, so Shoya and his friends fucking bully her. What the fuck are you playing at, you little shit? I'ma drop you harder than your mum drops her underwear. Sorry about that. Anyway, Shoko gets bullied so goddamn much that she eventually leaves the school and Shoya is singled out as the perpetrator. His so-called friends then bully him and he gets the bitter taste of his own medicine. Probably tastes like piss or something, I don't know. Anyway, time passes and he's older now. He's become a completely different person. He's socially anxious. He's lonely and depressed. One day while he is out and about, he bumps into a familiar girl, Shoko, and thus the two start a beautiful journey together. Asylums Voice is incredible. It is powerful. This is a story about depression, social anxiety, self-growth, and redemption. We can often find ourselves thinking, I'm worthless, no one cares about me, I am a horrible person. But to take a quote from a song by Porter Robinson called Mirror, it's not the voice of all the others, you've only said it to yourself. Even if you feel like you are a terrible person, a worthless being on this planet that we call Earth, you have the time to grow, you have the ability to change, and you can learn to love and accept yourself. I used to feel this way about myself a lot, and it took a long time to even start the journey to becoming a better me. But I am walking along that path now, and one day, I know that I can feel something good about myself. This film was truly a beautiful experience, and I can't help but want to thank all the people involved in making this piece of art. Now to move on over to some of the anime TV shows that I want to talk about. The first TV show that I want to talk about came from Netflix, and it's had me vibing so hard. That show was Carole&Tuesday. Carole&Tuesday is the story of two girls in a futuristic world trying to make it as musicians. It's not a musical, but it is an anime about music. And the music here is fantastic!
We've been around the sun, carried each other to hell and back, to a brand new dawn, burning our bridges with the past.
This anime reminded me of why music is such a fantastic thing. One scene in particular really stuck with me. Our two girls are doing laundry one day, and this happens.
Round and round the dancing line.
The two girls having fun, jamming and riffing off of one another. The stranger in the middle probably thinking that they are really strange, but he can't resist the call of the music. Everyone outside looking in, it is just so fun. It reminds me of how music can bring people together and how it can make memories. This show has a hell of a lot of heart and has some great looking animation too, and I highly recommend checking it out. Odd Taxi was one of the best pieces of media that I experienced in 2021. Set in a world of anthropomorphic animals, Odd Taxi follows the story of Odakawa, a walrus taxi driver whose parents abandoned him as a kid, leaving him with some social issues. Considering he is a taxi driver, he meets a lot of really interesting characters that all have a story to tell. But he eventually finds himself being mixed up in some really bad business, and both the police and the Yakuza are after him. One thing I love about this show is you see these cutesy animal characters and assume, oh, isn't this nice? It's a really lovely heartwarming time. When in reality, this show is actually quite dark and, well, odd.
カポエラやってたから。
For example, there's a gangster character who only speaks in rap lyrics.
行ってって言ってんのはこっちだ。お前この喧騒の中どこに目つけて歩いてんだ。戦争なのかラブミーテンだ。優しく愛してってうるせえんだな。天下の往来誰かあること問題はない。だが結果往来なら成り立たない。だからこっちとら喧嘩商売でやってんだこのノタリン。
And this guy here, he looks really nice and adorable, right? Well, he's actually in a lot of debt and the Yakuza want to break his fucking kneecaps. Oh, and the voice actor that plays the main character for the Yakuza games, Kazuma Kiryu, shows up for like 5 seconds too.
おう、
はい。
あのタクシーの運転手、なんつったっけ？
小戸川ですか？
小戸川。
Odd Taxi has a mysterious story that builds up piece by piece, episode by episode, offering an intriguing tale that dangles a carrot in front of you before pulling it back just a little and says, not yet. But you will get that carrot, and when you do, it's going to taste great. So that was the anime special of Month in Entertainment. Now of course there is a lot of other anime that I have watched that I would love to talk about, so this will more likely be the first special of many. So don't worry, there will be a lot more anime content to come. Feel free to let me know what you think about any of the movies or TV shows that I talked about today in the comments section down below. But next month I'll be going back to the usual format of Month in Entertainment, where I talk about the video games, the movies and the TV shows that I have looked at that month or played or experienced or whatever. So stay tuned for that. feel free to hit that like button as it really does help me out. And if you want to subscribe, it's completely up to you. But if you do, then thank you very much. Oh, and for anyone that might be interested, I actually made a singular video on the new Batman movie. So if you want to check that out, there'll be a link in the description and also in the outro. But anyways, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Pip pip toodaloo!